Heute ist Jan Lisiecki bei uns zu Besuch, ein Pianist aus Kanada. Er ist 23 Jahre jung. Man darf ihn aber überhaupt nicht als Nachwuchs bezeichnen, weil er schon die Hälfte seines Lebens unterwegs ist in den internationalen Konzerthallen, hat mit 9 debütiert und in der nächsten Woche, da kommt so eine Art neuer Ritterschlag für die Klassikwelt, denn da wird er Murray Perahia ersetzen, also wird einspringen für den erkrankten Murray Perahia und wird im Konzerthaus Berlin und auch in der Elbphilharmonie den gesamten Beethoven-Zyklus spielen, also alle 5 Klavierkonzerte von Ludwig van Beethoven. So you will step in for Murray Perahia, which is such a big honor, and just because he's such a big legend and somebody I think we both just grew up with. So what does Murray Perahia mean to you?
Murray Perahia is one of the most inspirational pianists for me. His intelligence in his playing and his dedication to the art and the way he approaches all composers that I've heard him ever play is really special to me, and I feel very privileged that I'm replacing him in these concerts, and I hope he gets better soon to give us much more beautiful music.
Yes, we hope so. How would you describe the way how he approaches musical work, the way he plays, and also the way his presence, his energy on stage?
I think his, as I mentioned, his playing is very intelligent. It's intellectual, but it's logical, so it's not too internalized, I think. And of course, I'm drawing at strings from how I see it, but it's just this balance of being completely in a theoretical basis, founded very deeply in a theoretical basis, but also giving us the art, the beauty of it in the moment. And I think that always has applied to his playing and everything that I've heard him record from when he was about my age to today.
So now you will step in for him, and of course with you the whole concert with this Academy of St. Martin in the Fields is going to be completely different. But I would like you to describe how it will be different, how you will play differently.
Well, I can't say exactly how it would have been, because that's something that would have been and it's not going to be. And I hope that for the audience members who had purchased tickets for Murray and who come to see me, they won't be disappointed. And that's all I can say, because I will bring my own version. It'll naturally be different, and I'm not striving to make it in any way similar to his. Or to base it off of it. I think we'll make music like we normally would with the Academy, and I'm sure it'll be a great few concerts.
Murray is also conducting. How will you do it?
I believe that the members of the orchestra can play by themselves very well, and I also believe that my playing is clear in the sense that they can understand it without difficulties. At least that's what I'm told. I hope it's honest by everybody, and I think it is from my experiences playing with no conductor. Musicians then perk up, listen more, pay more attention, and I think it creates actually a better final effect sometimes, because everybody is so present in the moment. So I'm hoping that we achieve this level and that it'll be simply chamber music making.
Yes. I know that Perahia commented on you playing for him, and he was very happy about it. Did you communicate with him? Are you in some sort of contact, or do you think that this, wouldn't even be good, because then you would try to fill in for something instead of, just doing your own thing?
No. Actually, I've never met Mr. Perahia, and nor have I actually communicated with him either. So I was very honored and touched when those words surfaced. And no, it's a funny world, because it's very small, but it's also very big. And sometimes until your paths cross, you never meet. And one day, then suddenly your paths do cross, and that's when it happens.
Mm-hmm. So you won't play the whole cycle in a chronological order. I think in the Konzerthaus Berlin you will play the 2, 4, 1, 3, and 5. You will start with 2, 4. Yes. How did that happen? I mean, what kind of considerations are behind those decisions to combine it like that?
Well, I think there's musical considerations, actually. When I've done the cycle previously, I did it in 2 evenings, and I did 2, 1, 3, and then 4, 5 on the second evening. which is a way that I like, but considering that we're split in 3 evenings, I'm actually inheriting the order that Mr. Perahia had decided upon. And I quite like it. There's a balance of textures, of Beethoven's development, and I think the works complement each other very well.
Yes. And what do you think, like, when you hear the cycle, when you play it, like, from the first to the fifth, what kind of story does that tell about Beethoven? Because, you know, it's, I think he has written it in a period of time of about 15 years, and so much happened, you know, historically in Vienna at that time, but also in his personal life, so many things happened. So what do you think by playing the whole cycle in such a short time also? What does that develop about Beethoven? What kind of story does it tell?
Well, this is a multi-pronged answer because, first of all, I think not only does it show, of course, Beethoven's development as a musician, but more importantly for today, how he actually changed the classical piano concerto, the format. How from the second concerto, which was the first to be written, to the fifth, progressively he abolished certain traditions, such as having cadenzas, or such as there being an orchestral tutti to open it, to varying degrees and with varying experiments in this. And that meant that today what we're left with, as far as the piano concerto, in large part where we can acknowledge and thank Beethoven for doing this incredible development. And for myself as a pianist, as a musician, I think it changes your approach to the individual concertos after you've played them all together, after you've had this focused effort on each one of them, but also within context of each other. And you have a different idea of where they fit in and how they work, and I think a different appreciation for it as well.
Do you have a appreciation for one certain piano concerto? I like the fourth and the fifth the most. What about you?
Well, I think I have 5 favorites here, and I'm terrible at picking one single favorite, but I certainly feel that 4 is one of the most magical concertos ever written, no matter from which composer. And I love 3 as well, to me. But I think, especially in this context, every one of them has a place, and even the overlooked ones, meaning 2 and 1, have a different value. And I hope they'll be appreciated by the audiences in a different way as well.
I'm very sure of it. Jan, thank you very much for being here and for your words. Ihr könnt Jan Lisiecki am 2., am 4., the 2nd, the 4th and the 6th in Konzerthaus Berlin.
Yes, I think so.
Ja, genau. Am 2., am 4. und am 6. Dezember in diesem Jahr im Konzerthaus Berlin hören und auch nochmal am 5. Dezember in der Elbphilharmonie.